Sarah thought the hardest part was over. She had finally learned what invasive ductal carcinoma meant. For the first time since her diagnosis, she felt she understood her pathology report. But at her next appointment, her doctor handed her another report. This time, one line immediately caught her attention. Grade 3. Her stomach dropped. She quietly asked herself, does grade 3 mean stage 3? Does this mean my cancer is already advanced? If it's grade 3, does that mean I'm running out of time? These are some of the most common questions patients ask after reading a breast pathology report. And the truth is, grade and stage are not the same thing. Yet thousands of patients confuse them every year. Sarah thought the hardest part was behind her. She finally understood what invasive ductal carcinoma meant. For the first time since her diagnosis, her pathology report no longer felt like a foreign language. But a week later, another report appeared in her patient portal. One line immediately caught her attention. Grade 3. Her heart sank. She whispered to herself, does grade 3 mean stage 3? Has my cancer become more serious? If it's grade 3, what happens next? If you've ever asked yourself those same questions, you're not alone. Every day, thousands of patients confuse cancer grade with cancer stage, but they measure two completely different things. Today, we're going back inside a real pathology laboratory. We'll examine an actual breast biopsy under the microscope and discover exactly how pathologists determine whether a tumor is grade 1, grade 2, or grade 3. By the end of this video, you'll understand what those numbers really mean and why they matter. I'm Dr. Maya. Welcome back to Histopath Academy. Before we can understand grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3, we need to understand one simple idea. A pathologist doesn't grade breast cancer based on its size, and they don't grade it based on whether it has spread to other parts of the body. That's called staging. Grading is something completely different. Under the microscope, the pathologist asks one important question. How closely do these cancer cells still resemble normal breast tissue? The more normal they look, the lower the grade. The more abnormal they become, the higher the grade. To answer that question, pathologists use a worldwide standard called the Nottingham Histologic Grade. This system evaluates three microscopic features: tubule formation, nuclear pleomorphism, and mitotic activity. Each feature receives a score. Those scores are added together to produce the final grade. So let's do exactly what every pathologist does. We'll place the biopsy under the microscope and examine the first feature, tubule formation. The first feature a pathologist evaluates is called tubule formation. Let's place the biopsy under the microscope. At low magnification, we're not focusing on individual cells yet. Instead, we're looking at the overall architecture of the tumor. A normal breast is made up of well-organized milk ducts and glands. These structures are smooth, round, and beautifully arranged. Now compare that to this biopsy. Some of the cancer cells are still trying to form small gland-like structures. Others have completely lost that ability. This is exactly what pathologists measure. The more the tumor continues to form normal-looking tubules, the more closely it resembles healthy breast tissue. That usually indicates a lower-grade cancer. But when very few tubules remain and the tumor grows as irregular sheets or solid clusters of cells, it suggests the cancer has become less organized and more aggressive. This feature is called tubule formation, and it's the first component of the Nottingham Histologic Grade. But tubules are only part of the story. To understand the final grade, we need to zoom in much closer and examine the appearance of the cancer cells themselves. Now let's zoom in a little closer. At this magnification, the overall architecture begins to fade, and the individual cancer cells become much easier to evaluate. One question immediately comes to the pathologist's mind. Do these cells still look like normal breast cells? Healthy breast cells are remarkably uniform. Their nuclei are small, round, and almost identical in size. But that's not what we see here. Some nuclei are much larger than others. Some are darker, others have irregular shapes and uneven outlines. The cells have lost the uniform appearance that healthy breast tissue should have. Pathologists call this nuclear pleomorphism. It's one of the strongest clues that these cells have become malignant. The greater the variation in the nuclei, the higher the score for this feature. And the higher the score, the higher the overall tumor grade may be. But there's still one final question left to answer. How actively are these cancer cells growing? To find that out, we need to zoom in one last time. We've now looked at how the tumor is organized, and we've examined how abnormal the cancer cells appear. But there's one final feature every pathologist must evaluate. How quickly is this tumor growing? The answer is found by looking for cells that are actively dividing. These are called mitotic figures. Unlike normal breast tissue, where cell division is relatively uncommon, cancer cells can divide much more frequently. Under high magnification, a pathologist carefully scans multiple areas of the biopsy, counting how many mitotic figures are present. The more mitotic figures they find, the more actively the tumor is growing. A tumor with only a few dividing cells receives a lower score. A tumor with many dividing cells receives a higher score. Mitotic activity doesn't tell us how far the cancer has spread. It tells us how actively the cancer cells are multiplying. Now we've evaluated all three features of the Nottingham Grading System: Tubule Formation, nuclear pleomorphism, and mitotic activity. The next step is to combine those scores and determine the final tumor grade. Now comes the final step. The pathologist adds together the scores for all three microscopic features: tubule formation, nuclear pleomorphism, and mitotic activity. The total score determines the tumor grade. A lower total score is classified as grade 1. These tumors still resemble normal breast tissue. They usually form more tubules, have relatively uniform nuclei, and show fewer dividing cells. An intermediate score is classified as grade 2. These cancers have lost some of their normal appearance but still retain a few organized features. They fall between low-grade and high-grade tumors. The highest total score is classified as grade 3. Grade 3 tumors often show very little tubule formation, marked nuclear pleomorphism, and a higher number of mitotic figures. In other words, under the microscope, the cancer cells look much less like normal breast tissue. That's what a higher grade means. It describes how the tumor looks and behaves under the microscope. It does not tell us how far the cancer has spread. Let's go back to Sarah. When she first read the words grade 3, she thought it meant her cancer had already reached stage 3. But now, she understands something very different. Grade doesn't describe where the cancer is. It describes what the cancer looks like under the microscope. It tells us how closely the tumor still resembles normal breast tissue. A higher grade means the cancer cells appear more abnormal and are dividing more actively. But it does not, by itself, tell us whether the cancer has spread. That's why doctors combine the tumor grade with other important information, including the tumor size, lymph node status, imaging findings, and biomarker results, to create the complete picture and plan the most appropriate treatment. Understanding your pathology report doesn't eliminate uncertainty, but it replaces confusion with knowledge, and that's where every informed treatment decision begins. I'm Dr. Maya, and this is Histopath Academy. In our next episode, we'll explore one of the most important parts of every breast cancer pathology report: ER, PR, and HER2. What do these biomarkers actually mean, and how do they influence your treatment options? I'll see you in the next lesson.